Okay, so hello again. Today we're going to talk about the most useful phrasal verbs in English. And as you know, phrasal verbs are very important. If you know them, if you master them, then you will be able to speak and write fluently in English. So let's start with these phrasal verbs. And as you know, phrasal verb is a verb plus a preposition, and it come up with another meaning of the verb. As you can see here, you have put on a show, hurry up, so you have hurry and up, and then you have break and up, and then call back. So these are examples of phrasal verbs. The first phrasal verb is put off. Put off, when you put something off or you put doing something, it means you delay or postpone it. It means you postpone it, as you can see here. Postpone is, it means you delay it into another time. When you put people off, you delay doing something they want to do. Let's see an example. Buying a new house will have to put off until we can afford it, which means that you cannot buy a house right now, so you have to put it off, you have to postpone it until you have the ability to buy one, or until you have money. Next one is carry on. Carry on means when you carry on, you continue. It means continue, or I mean you continue as before. It was difficult for Mr. Nelson to carry on after her husband died, which means that to keep going or to continue doing something means carry on. As you can see here, keep calm and carry on, which means just keep calm and continue. Then the third phrasal verb is give in, and when someone pressures or forces you to do something or allows something even though you do not want to, you give in, which means my son drove me crazy asking me to buy him a new bicycle, and I finally give in, which means you are forced to do something even if you don't want to do it. Then next one is give up. When you stop doing or trying to do something because you think you will never succeed, you give up, or you give up on something. Give up on it, or give up on something. You forget it. This is an example. Forget it. This is impossible. I give up, which means I stop. I'm not going to try again. Then you have call off. When you call off an event such as a party, a game, or something else that had been previously planned, or you cancel it. So the football game was called off because of the rain, which means it's postponed or cancelled. Okay, you cancel something because of something else. You call off something. Then as you can see here in the picture, the football game was called off, which means cancelled because of the rain. Then you have look after, and this one is when you look after somebody or something, it means you are taking care of someone or somebody or something. Babysitters, you know, babysitters look after children, so it means they take care of the children, as you can see here in the picture. Then you have pull through. Pull through, when you recover from a serious illness or injury, or you pull through, it means you recover from something. The doctor didn't think his chances were very good, but he pulled through, which means he recovered from his illness or his injury. Next, put up with. When you put up with something you do not like or you are not happy about, you accept it and you do not try to change it. So this means you just accept something and you don't try to change it, even though you don't like it. Her neighbors, example, her neighbors have loud parties every night, but she doesn't complain. She just puts up with it, which means she just accepts it like it is, and she doesn't complain at all. Then you have blow out. When you defeat decisively, okay, which means the the Broncos blew out the Raiders 50-0, okay, which means you defeat them with a very big score. This means you blow out. Next is look down on something or someone. When you look down on people, you consider them to be less intelligent, less educated, or from a lower level of society than you. It's a kind of like you discriminate against people. Some people look down on Hank because his father was in prison. Yeah, sometimes you look down at someone or look down on someone because of his family or because of his social background. Then you have pass out, faint, or lose consciousness. He got so drunk that he passed out. It means you faint, you just lose consciousness. Then you have turn into, you turn something into. When something turns into something, it becomes that thing. So it means it changes into that thing, the new thing. Here you have, it's amazing that this small seed, as you can see in the picture, the small seed can turn into a huge tree. As you can see here, you can see this small seed here turns into this tree. Then we have get away with. When you get away with something, when you do something that is sneaky or wrong and you are not punished or criticized for it because no one knows who or cares about it, you get away with it. So something, when you do something bad and then you just nobody punishes you. He got away with his killing his ex-wife, even though everyone knew he was guilty. So this is it. He was guilty and everyone knows it, but he didn't go to prison. Then we have look up, search for example, in a dictionary, look me up next time you are in town, which means you just search for me, or you can look up a word in a dictionary as well. Then break up, when two people in the romantic relationship, they break up. When you end a romantic relationship with a person or another person, you break up with that person. And when other people cause a couple to break up, they break the couple up. I was so sad to hear that Jim and Nancy had broken up, which means they ended their relationship. Next is thank you for your attention.